So using reference in any 3D modeling endeavor is very useful. And as often as you can find a reference for something, I would 100% recommend that you use it. Now, there are two types of references. There's inspirational reference, and so you could think of that like a mood board. Colors you might want to use, modeling components you might want to add to your model. But then there's what I would call a blueprint reference, which is a very more precise reference of what you're trying to accomplish. And a good blueprint is something that you could almost just trace within the program and model from there. So I want to show you kind of how to add both of those types of references to your object, and we'll start with the blueprint reference. So if in this top right-hand corner of your screen, you have your kind of gimbal tool, and so you can switch into whichever viewport you want, and it will give you an orthographic view of that view. So right now we're looking from the top down. So I have some reference images of a skateboard, and I want to add those to my model as if I'm going to model it. So if I click Shift A to add, and then go down to image, you can add a reference image and image as planes. Some people prefer one over the other, but I'll show a reference image for now. And so I'm going to, since I'm looking top down, I'm going to add a skateboard and load reference image. And so if you click your image on the right hand side and go down to this picture icon, you have some options. And the most valuable option is the opacity. You can change the opacity of your image. So if I change it to something like that, what you can also do, you can click it, and if you're modeling, it might be kind of frustrating to determine if you're clicking the model or if you're clicking your image. So if you go over to this filter icon here and click this selectable icon, now you can determine if an object is selectable in your scene. So if I click that off, you can see my image is now locked in place and you can't select it. And so now if I want my side profile, I can click on this Y icon here and it will automatically switch me over to the side of my viewport. And if I click Shift A, I can go to image, reference, and select the side profile. So I'm going to make the opacity lower again and make it non-selectable. So now you can see as I model my longboard, I can toggle between the top view and the side view, and I have this scaled reference model to size things and determine the shape of my reference image. Okay, so the second type of reference is inspiration reference. And a great tool to do that is actually not in Blender, but it's called PureRef. So if I go over here, PureRef is a standalone product, and it's kind of pay what you want product. And it's essentially a really valuable mood board and how it's set up. So if you don't have it already, you can get it by clicking Get PureRef, and you can get a free personal copy. If you use it a lot, I would definitely recommend donating some money. How it's set up here is you kind of just choose what you pay. But yeah, if you use it, you like it, I would recommend donating something to them. And so once you select that, download it, and I'll show you how it's used. If I open up my version of PureRef, one cool thing about the program is that you can take an image from online and you can directly drag it from Pinterest or Google Images onto your mood board. You can drag whatever images you want and organize them however you want. Very simply, it's a very simple program, which is what I like about it. But yeah, you can just organize your references however you want, however's most efficient for you. Very useful tool, recommend getting it. But yeah, this is a short video. I just wanted to go through those two types of finding and using reference and walk through how they could be useful in your own workflow. Sweet, thanks guys. Bye.